Thank y'all for tuning in to this video. My name is Tiana. If you are new here, make sure that you subscribe, comment, and like. Okay, let's get into it. Today's video, we are going to be discussing self-accountability. You heard that. Self-accountability, because it's the most powerful thing that you can have. Okay? A lot of things in life are determined by circumstances, perspective, outside opinion. But regardless of what's going on in the outside, we have to be accountable for us and us only. We are not able to control other people. So I want to discuss today how self-accountability has changed my life for the better, how it has given my power back, how it has empowered me to be a woman that I never could have imagined that I would be today. Because the thing is, self-accountability is going to allow you to always be in charge of what's going on. So to be accountable for self, you first need to be aware of self. You need to have self-awareness, because if you don't know what's going on, you're not able to be accountable for yourself. Pay attention to what's going on around you and inside of you. If you are feeling some type of way, pay attention to that. If you are having a recurring thought, pay attention to that. If you are doing something that you feel like is not conducive to your growth, pay attention to that. Because the things that are happening around you are a reflection of what's going on inside of you. If you are constantly being taken advantage of, it's because somewhere internally we lack boundaries. If we are constantly allowing somebody to disrespect us, somewhere deep down we feel like that's what we deserve. These things that happen on the outside, again, are just a reflection of what's going on the inside. And knowing this really will empower you to be able to take charge of what's going on in the inside, so that can also show up on the outside. I used to blame everybody else for everything in my life. I used to say it was his fault, it was her fault for doing this, he should have never did this, she should have known better, he, she. But at the end of the day, the only person that I am able to control is me. Trying to control other people by pleasing them or by following everything that they say, by giving up your power, is your own fault. If you are constantly in a relationship where you are being disrespected, it's because you are allowing it. Somebody can only do what you allow. And I know we all know this, but the thing is that we have to be willing to make changes regardless of who it affects. You may break up with him, he may get mad, but guess what? You're not accountable for nobody but yourself. Self-accountability is the one thing that will single-handedly allow you to change your life. Because once you are able to start taking ownership of yourself, you are able to remove yourself from situations that don't serve you. You are able to set boundaries that express self-love. You are able to speak your mind and express yourself authentically, regardless of how others receive it. Because for me, when I was in a victim mindset, I just felt like I had no control. I felt like, I just hope he does me right. I hope she does right by me. I hope they don't say this about me. I hope this does not happen. I'm always hoping, because I was placing my power in the hands of other people. I'm trying to be nice because I don't want them to not like me. I don't want them to disapprove of me. And that was really me giving my power away, because honestly, you're not able to control whether somebody like you or not. You can only be you. If they don't like you, then they wasn't meant to like you. But you giving into this victim mindset and feeling like I have to do this, or I gotta walk on eggshells, I gotta be nice, I gotta do this, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to be nice. And I'm not saying it to encourage anybody to be mean or anything like that, but I'm just saying that who you are is your responsibility. If somebody is doing you wrong, yes, that's not your fault that they did you wrong. But if you decide to stay, it is your fault. If it keeps happening, it is your fault, because people will do what you allow. A lot of times we may believe that how we are to others, they will be to us. We believe that if we give our all to people, that they will give all in return, and it's not true. We love to point the finger. because it is hard to look inward at yourself and realize that you are the problem. A lot of things that you have experienced or you went through in life, I'm sorry to say that you had a part to play in it as well. I'm not trying to take away, the fact that people do you wrong. That's a fact. But we have to be willing to say fuck people and get the fuck on about our business. We have to be willing to lose people. We have to be willing to be assertive and stand up for ourselves regardless of how people view that. It's not my responsibility to walk around on eggshells and hope I don't offend anybody. It's not my responsibility to dim my light so people can feel brighter, because we are not able to make people happy all the time. We have to understand that it's inevitable to upset people, and coming from a previous people pleaser, that's something that I really needed people to tell me. I really needed people to tell me that you're not going to always please everybody. You're not always going to be appeasing, and you shouldn't always want to be appeasing, because that means that you're putting yourself last to appease others. And that is not a life that you want to live. Sometimes you are going to disappoint somebody. Sometimes you are going to make somebody upset, but that's their own thing to deal with. Stop trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho. You can't save everybody, okay? I had to tell myself that when you are able to hold yourself accountable, you are able to truly walk in your highest and most authentic form. By you being accountable, you are empowering yourself to operate in a way that is in alignment with you. If somebody is not treating you the way that you desire, let them go. Saying that you cannot save the world. You cannot save everybody if you are not saving yourself. You have to put yourself first. And I feel like a lot of the victim mindset comes from putting other people first and expecting them to do the same. They're not. They're not. You can do it. That does not mean that it's going to be reciprocated. In cases, they're going to take advantage of that. And when they take advantage of that, no matter if you post 1,000 memes, you tell the whole world how shit of a partner they is, if you stay, people are going to look at you crazy, because people are internally holding you accountable. Like, you just said that this man is terrible. He is all these things, but yet here you are still staying with him. Y'all, I will say this, I'm super compassionate, but I really don't have no sympathy. Well, I ain't gonna say I don't have any sympathy. I have a little bit, because we all, have to learn. But if you are constantly complaining, but you're not doing anything to change it, I don't want to hear it. You want to keep calling me every day, talking about this man and telling me how he's dogging you, disrespecting you, he doing X, Y, and Z, and you still staying? I don't want to hear it. We can point the blame, we can point the finger on everybody else, but again, if you're not at least holding yourself accountable, what are we talking about? You are giving your power away by continuously allowing somebody to treat you any kind of way. Because what you're telling yourself is that that's what you deserve. You're telling yourself that you have no power to change that. You're telling yourself that you are stuck when you're not. You're not stuck. You're not powerless. You're not a victim. Like, I literally had to tell myself this, because sometimes I thought I was. I thought I had to do this. I had to act like this. I had to be this way, because nobody would accept me if I'm not. Nobody would approve of me speaking my mind, because maybe it upset them. Nobody would approve of me just walking in a room and shining bright, because now they're going to feel insecure and not adequate. So I need to dim my light so they don't feel this way. You are taking accountability for everybody but yourself, sweetie. You cannot control other people. You cannot control their actions, their perceptions, what they think. And honestly, what they think is none of your business. You are powerful. You are in charge. You are not a victim. You're only a victim if you say you're a victim. You're only a victim if you act as a victim. Stop being that way. You don't have to be that way. If it upset others, cool. Because think about this, they do things that upset you. Y'all, it's so funny, because we won't do something because we are trying to save people's feelings, and we will bend over backwards, and we will sacrifice who we are for the next person, And they don't do the same. They would never do the same. This is coming from your big sister, okay? This is coming from your auntie. This is coming from your cousin, your sis, whoever I need to be. Please, please stop being the victim, okay? Stop being the victim. You are not and never will be a victim. You are a powerful being, and you have the power to change your circumstances. You have the power to change how people treat you. Because again, what you allow, people will do that. Where I'm at in my life, you're not about to call me out my name. You're not about to talk to me crazy. You're not about to walk all over my boundaries. You're not doing that where I'm at in life, because I understand my power. I understand my worth. I understand my value. I know that I have the power. So you need to start taking self-accountability. You cannot control what other people do. You can only control what you do. And that's all that matters. So thank y'all for tuning into this video. Please start taking accountability. You are not a victim. Don't ever be a victim. Why would you want to be a victim? Okay. So yes, thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all got something from this video. Make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.